Welcome to the series of videos on C++ programming. In this video, we will study structures, and first structure is struct. Plan for the video is simple. First, basic syntax, basic concept, why do we require structure, and followed by its basic syntax, then declaration and initialization, and followed by a few working programs. So, why do we require structures or a struct for that matter? Whenever we wish to represent a group of items as a single unit, we use struct or structure. Now, what is the syntax? Syntax is struct, and this is a keyword followed by some legal name which must be unique in this scope. Then opening brace and closing brace and semicolon, and between these two braces, curly brackets, we can write as many variables as we require of same data type or maybe different data type. Okay, so data type variable 1, data type variable 2, etc., as many as we require. Now, how to make use of them? Struct name. Here we have declared a variable of what type? Struct name. This can be referred to as a user defined data type. And how to access a variable inside the structure? So name of the struct variable dot followed by whatever variable we want to access, terminated in semicolon. We can make use of nesting feature. You can declare as many structures inside a structure, inside a structure, inside a structure, etc. And really there is no restriction on depth of nesting. You can define inner structures in any number as well as at any depth. So the syntax is similar: struct some legal name, opening brace and closing brace. So this is a pair of braces, okay, followed by a semicolon, and between them one variable I have declared here as an example of some data type, and as many as you like or require. Then inside this struct name 1. This name should also be unique within this scope. Opening brace, closing brace, semicolon, and inside this as many data types and variables you require. Okay, but one thing is to be noted, that if you wish to make use of this structure, before you can make use of it, or you can create a variable of this type, you need to create a variable of this type. So this structure name 1 has to be instantiated, and it should have a variable of that type. So I have done it here. So how to access it? Logically it is same struct name var. Here var is a variable of this type. Okay, I have mentioned here it. Then how to access any member of it? So var dot var1. So it is this variable, this member. And here var dot var3, it goes var dot var3, it goes here, because this var3 is a variable of this type. And var dot var3 dot var2, so you can say here it has come here, then it has come here, and from here it has come here. This is the way we can understand. It is for understanding only. So var dot, which structure? var3 variable. Okay, and inside this variable, which variable? var2. Okay, so keep on declaring the structures of whether they are nested or not nested, and by making use of dot operator we can access any member of the structure. Now let us see some working programs. In this video, what I have done here is I have created one structure named student, with three data members. Okay, so one is an array of characters of size 20, another is of type integer, and third one is of type float. Okay, now I have created here one variable s1 of this type, and here it is essential to make use of this strcpy, because in C++ also you cannot assign a string directly to a variable like this. Okay, so that is why hash includes C string. C string is for C like string functions for C like strings, and that is why it has been hash included here. So three values assigned, and the C out would print these three values of these three. Next, if you recall from one of my videos on arrays, then you may recall that we can assign values to elements of an array like this as well. So similarly, to each element of a structure we can assign those values, but the only condition is their data type must match and they must follow the sequence. So this character string, it is a character string. Here it is an integer, it is an integer, and here it is a float, it is a float. So this, in this way also we can assign the values, and this C out prints all these three values. Now we can assign, we can create, we can assign one structure to the other structure. But be careful. There are situations where members, one of the members may be a pointer to character or pointer to some data type. In that case, we may lose information, but we will talk about it in some other video. So actually, C++ does the copying byte by byte, irrespective of what data type you are using as data members. And this cout will print all these three values. We can create arrays of structures also. So this is the way to do it. Okay, typically I have used the method of assigning all values just like arrays. Here SEC is an array of struct student type, so we can say it is a user defined data type, and number of elements of this type is 2. So we can assign just like, so this first inner pair of braces is for first element, that is index number 0, and next pair of braces contains values for elements of element number 1, that is the second element. Okay, and this C out, by making use of this sec 0 dot name, similarly here sec 0 dot height and sec 0 dot cgpa. So this tells me which element I want to access of this array, and then what element of that structure. Similarly, this C out would print all the three values of the second element. Okay, so let me execute this program. I can see here this one. It has printed all these three values. So this is the first string, then the next height, here it is like this, and third one is CGPA, which is a floating point number. Now you can see here. Okay, similarly, the way we have assigned three values here, the output again is similar to this. All these three values have been printed. Okay, now here in this statement I have assigned S1 to S2 and then tried to print the values of S1. Okay, S1 remains the same. Okay, okay. Now here I have created an array. So you can see this C out prints all these three values, and this C out prints next three values. Okay, so it is easy to create structures, and you can create the array of any size or any dimension of the data type of data type. What I have done here is, in this example, I have created a nested structure. So the outer structure is this one, and inner structure is this one. So the example is same which we have seen in the previous video. So this struct student is one structure, and it has 4 elements. First one is a character array of size 20, next one is an int variable, third one is float variable, and fourth one is a structure itself, name subject. Okay, and it has 2 variables, 2 members of same data type, int sub1 sub2. But remember, one thing is here, if we need to nest, we need to create a structure inside a structure. In that case, we need to create a variable as well. Mere writing from this to this is not going to do the job. We have to create a variable of this type. Okay, so there are 4 variables, but in all it has 5 variables, 3 and 2 variables, these 2 variables which are the variables of inner structure, and there is no restriction how many structures you can have one inside the other. Okay. Now here I have created one variable s1 of a user defined data type called struct student, and this statement is essential, as we have just talked about in the previous video, okay, previous example rather. Okay, so this is C string, C type string. So, and here I have, just to save space, I have used all these 3 assignment statements in the same line. Okay, rather 3 statements, and this is the, so this is the way we can access first s1 name of the variable dot and its variables, then here s1 dot sub dot sub1. So s1 dot sub will bring you to this location or this variable, and further dot sub1, it means its member sub1. Okay, this is the way we can access and assign the values. So this C out would print all these 3 rather 1 to 3 values of s1, and this s2 will print the 2 values of this sub1. I could have printed all the values in the same line, but since this right side I have used, right half of the screen I have used to display the source code, okay, and that's why I had to split C out into more than 1 statements, so which I have done here. Now here I have used another way of declaring or rather assigning 5 values, just like we did in the previous example. Okay, so here s2 is a variable of type struct student, and how many variables are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 values we can assign in one go, but the only thing is they have to follow the same data type. They must be same in number, and each one of them must be of same data type. Like here E, F, G, H is character array, that is character. Next one is an integer, integer. Third one is float, it is float here. Okay, then next one is int, it is int here, and last one is int, it is also int here. So in one go we can assign all values of all the elements of structure, whether it has built inner structures or nested structures, 1 or 2 or as many as you like or require, and this C out and this C out, these 2 C out together will print all those 5 values. We can assign one structure variable to the other structure variable of same type. As I repeat, we have to be very careful, because we may have pointers as members also. So same thing applies here. We can create arrays of such nested structures also, and as I told you, I repeat, no restriction on depth of nesting. So now let me execute a corresponding program. Struct, I can see first C out, where is it? Here it is. So three values it has printed. These three values it has printed. Okay, these three values, and this cout has printed the next two values which we have assigned. Okay, now here this cout, because we have assigned all five values in one go, so again this prints some values. How many? Three values, and this cout prints the next two values. I repeat, it is not essential to make use of different couts for outer structure and different cout for inner structure. Just to save space, I have written two. You could use three couts, four couts, one cout, five couts, as the case may be, whatever you like. Okay, so this is the way we can create, declare, and make use of nested structures. In the next video, we will study the other form of a structure named union. That is all in this video. Thanks for watching.